Faced with decisions in life, big or small, we try to make the best choices. Let me take you through a scenario where a selection decision is about to be made.
Madam CEO, for the last 6 months we have been looking for the right candidate for the head of sales position. And after going through a rigorous selection process, we as a team have been able to manage to shortlist 3 very good candidates.
Well, thank you very much, guys, for your hard work. I really appreciate it. But I think I've got the right candidate in mind. Her name is Mrs. Naidu. I've been through to school with her. She has an extensive managerial background. She's been in the sales company for about 6 years as a manager. Mr. Surab, just prepare the letter of appointment for her.
But what about the selection process?
Is it your first time you see this? Some big organizations suffer the same fate. Let's also have a look at the real-life corporate scenario. 1983, Apple looking for a new CEO. Steve Jobs, instead of going through a selection process, he pursued John Scully, ex-CEO of Pepsi, to join Apple. What happened? Wrong selection.
Organizations could do things better by sticking to a good selection process. Selection process is not just a compliance issue, but a process of trying to determine which individuals will best match a particular role. Following the right selection process is critical for any organization. It is important to know if the individual will really fit a particular role. This is done through setting a selection criteria. Important factors like knowledge, skills, attitude, and experience required to perform a particular role must be tested to have the right candidate filling the position.
Completion of an interview process, it is important for a psychometric screening to determine whether we are selecting a leader or a follower. Background checks and medical screening to mitigate inherited risk. Any selection decision must be based on the correct management attributes. Good managers often identify with the ability to plan, lead, control, coach, and be able to coordinate their own processes. They must be able to delegate, to organize, and must have good communication skills. They must be able to manage conflict and diversity within different cultural groups. They must be able to measure the departmental performance, meet targets, and after all those requirements are met, prepare a job offer and an employment contract.
The following are some best practices on selection: developing selection criteria and advertising. On developing selection criteria, we ensure job specification is up to date and consistent with the requirement of the job. We formulate selection criteria which are consistent with the job specification that includes skills and experience. We assess whether formal qualifications are essential to the specific performance of the job. On advertising, we consider benefits to the organization of a multi-skilled workforce. We determine strategies for reaching the widest pool of application by ensuring that we advertise on trade channels, informal networks, community groups, as well as organizations. We also ensure the information on the advert matches the selection criteria.
Advertisement comes the shortlisting process. Shortlisting applicants on the essential qualification is very important, and then do it on the desired qualifications. Seek more information if necessary. The aim is to find the best person to do the job. Be consistent, document decisions made and reasons for that. Post the shortlisting is the applicant screening. Ensure experiences are relevant to the performance of the job and ensure strict confidentiality for the candidate. In the interviewing process, first, prepare. Have questions prepared in advance. Ensure there is a consistency and the fairness in the structure of the questions. Allow applicants to demonstrate what they can offer to the organization. Focus on the real needs of the job. Don't make assumptions on the stereotype individuals. And most importantly, don't make assumptions about a person's ability on the job based on his physical characteristics.
Invitation for interviews. Certain organizations have adopted the STAR model as their selection criteria. STAR is an acronym for situation, task, action, and results. In situations, candidates briefly explain a similar situation that they have been exposed to that relates to the position they've been interviewed for. Task, candidates briefly explain their roles and experiences relating to the position that they've been interviewed for. Action, candidates describe the steps they have taken performing their task. Results, candidates explain the results that they have achieved, concentrating on the positive outcomes and focusing on the benefits to their new employer.
You think what the CEO did was good? Yes, the process was fast to fill the position. However, she did not realize that she created a gap between her and her support staff. She was then taken by surprise after 6 months when she got the resignation from her recommended manager, Mrs. Naidu. Also staff, they kept on resigning one after another. They were suffering from depression. This then affected the organization financially. Staff were demotivated. Company sales were dropping. They had to come up with a remedy. They then developed a company recruitment policy which outlined the ethos of the selection process as well as the procedure that should be followed with each appointment. The selection committee was established within the organization with a view to minimize the delays in the recruitment and selection procedure and promote transparency and fairness. The selection decision was the mandate given to the selection committee. This usually happened immediately after the interview. The selection committee used all the evidence collected throughout the selection process. They documented each and every decision taken, and they're the one who made the final call. They also adopted a strategy for successful recruitment, ensuring that all the job profiles are up to date, which needed to be clear, to be accurate, and to be specific to the role. From time to time, they evaluated the effectiveness of the strategy. This then assisted the organization to have a good selection process, which helped to improve the company sales and the retention of staff, as the company was seen as the employer of choice. The big question for you is, which selection process are you practicing? Are you APRO? Or are you the role play? Or you follow the good practices that we shared? Think.